Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ailey and today we're going to be talking all about Makeup Revolution. I decided to pick up a couple of products from them to test out basically, and they came in this week, so I thought that I would try them out on camera for you. So it's sort of like a first impressions, and then I'll maybe do a follow-up video, or if I wear this for the rest of the day I'll check in or something like that. But I do have a couple of videos to film, so I don't know what I'll be able to do yet. But yeah, I just thought that we could kind of try them out together. I got a couple of foundations, the concealer, a highlighter and a blush palette. So let's just get started. So the products that I got from Superdrug. I got a couple of their foundation sticks. Now, I never really kind of took to foundation sticks. I'd never really bothered trying very many of them, but I really like the L'Oreal ones, so when I seen these, they really intrigued me. I think the packaging on them stunning. I mean, I think these were £5 each, and I just love the packaging on them. I think it's really nice. It's kind of like a nude packaging. It's got rose gold detail, and it says Revolution, Makeup Revolution London. So the shades that I got was F7, and that is that shade right there. I have a feeling that it may be too dark for me, but I ordered these online from Superdrug, like I said, because my Superdrug doesn't carry a lot of Makeup Revolution stuff. They do have some stuff, but they don't have an awful lot of it. The other shade I got was F13, and I thought that this could make quite a good contour. It does look a little bit orange though, but we'll see how we get on with it. So that is that. I mean, they feel really creamy, so I have high hopes for these. The other thing I got was the concealer, because I hear everybody saying that it's a dupe for Shape Tape and stuff like that, and I just thought that it would be really cool to try the foundation out and try the concealer together. So I got that, and I got mine in C5. I actually think I probably should have got a lighter shade than that as well, but never mind. I got the Makeup Revolution Strobe Highlighter in the shade Radiant Lights, I think it is, and it just looks like that. And I also got, I think that was £4 or something like that. The concealer was £4 definitely, and this little bad boy here was £8, and this is the blush palette. Just says blush palette on it. I don't think, oh, Hot Spice, that is it right there. So we'll maybe pick a shade or two to try out of that today. It has a couple of highlight shades in it as well. These look quite nice. They do feel nice and soft. Okay, so before we start, you'll notice that my background is different again. My shelves over here didn't hold up. This is real life. So I'm waiting, and I'm going to get them put back up. These ones seem to be okay for now, and I painted my back wall a sort of lightish grey. It's still wet because I did this afternoon, so yeah, I quite like it. I just absolutely love the colour grey, so yeah. Anyway, let's just crack on. So I've got the foundation stick here, and it is, like I said, in shade F7, and I guess we're just going to kind of wing it. After I've applied kind of all of my makeup, what I'll maybe do is I'll go over kind of, you know, how much product that you get and stuff like that. I'm just blending this in with a beauty blender, because beauty blender, if you've watched my channel in the past, you'll know is my favourite method of application. And to be honest, this looks like it's blending out really easily. So I would say it's a sort of light to medium coverage. It's really lightweight though. I mean, I can't feel it on my skin, which is always a bonus. Yeah, I kind of like how it feels, and it's dried down a little bit, but it is still a little bit tacky, so I guess we'll just move on and do the contour. Oh, I'm kind of worried about this one just because it's so sort of warm, but let's give it a go. It melts off the stick really easily. crazy. And I've got a little dual fibre brush that I love to use for cream contour for MAC. I think it's a 188 or a 183, I have no idea. I've had it for so long that the number is actually rubbed off a bit. But I just really like this for sort of cream products. Okay, so it's actually not too bad. It's a little bit warm. I'd maybe go a shade down, but that's my fault because obviously I really should have picked the right shade. So yeah, I mean, I do quite like it. It is quite natural looking. It's not too bad. I think you could go quite bronze with this, but yeah, no, I don't hate it by any means, right? So I think we're just gonna jump on, finish up the cream product by moving on to the concealer. So this is it here. It's a nice little packaging, very like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's smaller and fatter. Got a big doe foot applicator, so I'm just gonna apply this like I normally would. That blends out really easily as well, so that's a good sign. This actually blends out a lot easier than Shape Tape. I will be doing a comparison video, so if you want to see that, don't forget to check back or subscribe and you'll get notified. But as soon as it's up, I'll link it somewhere for you as well, because a lot of people have been claiming that they're really similar, so it'll be interesting to put that to the test. I am not mad at that. I actually quite like it. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It's not super full coverage. I don't think it's as full coverage as the Shape Tape. But we'll test that out eventually. Nice and lightweight, feels quite creamy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set that. So for blush, I think I'm gonna try this one. I really like the look of it. There are some of the shades. And there is the other 3 shades. I don't think they have names. That was just the top row and the second row. So this is the 2 highlighters or kind of blush toppers that are in the palette as well. This one is the one at the top and this one is the one on the bottom row. I really like that. The thing about slightly more affordable makeup is usually it's quite hard to get pigment and things like that, so you know, something like a blush, I don't want it to have a massive amount of pigment. I mean, I have this crazy thing which I may include in a tutorial at some point. I have this, and working with this is just insane. It's Madly Magenta from MAC, and it's crazy to try and work with. Beautiful on, but I much prefer a blush that I can build, because then there's less chance that I'll end up looking like a complete clown. So far I really like that anyway. Okay, so next up is the strobe highlighter, and I really like kind of like the pattern that's on this. I think it's really cool. Actually helps when you're wanting to pick up product as well. It looks very sheeny rather than, you know, like really glittery. Don't mind really glittery highlights, but I've been looking for a really good one that doesn't have an awful lot of glitter in it, so. This one, I should have said, is in the shade Radiant Lights. I can't remember if I said that at the start or not. It's a little bit purpley. It's not crazy in your face, but when the light catches it, it does have such a stunning sort of reflectiveness to it. Here's the test. Okay, you can't really intensify it with a setting spray. It 6 plus or whatever. So if you wanted to really intensify it, you can do that. This is definitely a win for me. I'm probably going to pick up more shades. That seems to be it. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back and I will give my sort of thoughts on them as well. I just did a wee tutorial on this eye look right here, so if you want to see that then check back on Wednesday because that's when it'll be up. But it's been about 2 hours since I applied the base makeup just because when I'm filming I take forever. And yeah, I wanted to kind of keep it on for as long as possible, and I like it a little bit more than when I first applied it. I think once everything's done it just helps pull it together a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's not the most full coverage foundation I've ever seen it in the world. It's not anything revolutionary, but revolutionary, like a revolution. I did not mean that. Anyway, it's, yeah, for £5 I think it's pretty damn good. Let's look a little bit closer. It's definitely the wrong shade. I should have went a shade lighter. I would recommend that you go a shade or two lighter because it does dry down a little bit darker. And the contour type shade was maybe a little bit warm for me, so I may have to pick up a different shade. But apart from that, I do like it. I mean, like I said, it's not massively high coverage. I do have to say that I don't like it on my nose, but when I don't like a foundation on my nose and it performs fine on the rest of my face, I can kind of forgive it. The concealer, I might try it with a different setting powder. It's not bad. It's probably maybe just a little bit more cakey looking than the Tarte Shape Tape, but as I said, I will have a comparison video on that up very soon, maybe Friday, if not next Monday. So yeah, while I keep it on for a little while, I have to edit this video anyway because it does go up tomorrow. This is Sunday that I'm filming on today, so what I'll probably do is I'll insert a picture over here of what it looks like sort of at the end of the night, just that way, because I doubt I'll have time to come up and film anymore before I kind of edit and upload. But I will insert a picture here so you can see what it wore like, and I'll zoom you in a little bit just now just so that we can have a closer look at what everything's looking like. Oh! Okay, so now we're all up close and personal. So you can see how my skin looks now, and I'm sort of like leaning forward over my desk because this is as far as my camera zooms in. But you can see here, you know, everything does look really sort of nice and soft. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. If you look at my nose, I do have a sort of blemish here on my nose which is so sore and really red, but you can probably see that my nose looks quite dry. A little bit of prep work might sort that out, or I would just put a lot less on my nose and I use concealer. It is my problem area and sometimes that can happen, but I mean, for the way it looks on the rest of my skin, I do really like it. I have to say, where if I put it, it's already in my drawer because I love it so much. I really, really, really like this highlighter. As I said, I'm definitely going to be getting other shades. Okay, so I've just peeled off this little doofer thing. It says that these are cruelty free and vegan, so that's a bonus. And here we go. 6.2 grams of product you get in these foundation sticks. So there is a decent amount of product in it. 0.4 mils or 0.11 fluid ounces for the concealer. The concealer, I'm gonna have to play about with a little bit more. I did kind of like it. I don't think it's as full coverage as Tarte Shape Tape, but I am gonna do a comparison video anyway, so if you want to see that, don't forget to keep an eye out and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it. But I think that's pretty much it. So I am really impressed, and I mean, altogether I think that cost me like £23. So you really aren't breaking the bank, and I think that all of these sort of cheaper, I don't like calling them cheaper, more affordable companies really stepping up their game and coming out with some really kick-ass products. So yeah, I would definitely recommend them. I think that is about it. I'm probably just going to go around in circles and talk and ramble, and so I'm just going to finish off this video here. If you did enjoy it, I would love if you would give me a thumbs up. I do post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out this guy versus this guy. I don't know what day it'll be up, probably Wednesday or Friday. But yeah, I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!